The first lady of video games.
The first lady of gaming.
Yeah. Roberta Williams, she loved fairy tales, so she decided, I'm gonna write a game kind of like that. So what are you? You're Sir Graham. You're going on adventures in, what, Daventry, and you're gonna be king, maybe, if you complete these quests.
King's Quest. One of the very first, adventure games, really an interactive fiction that had graphics. It was graphical based. It wasn't just text on a screen.
King's Quest was the first adventure game to kind of take you away from static screens where you were just seeing them from your viewpoint and actually put you in control of a player character, an animated player character that you could move around.
And you have to type different commands. It wasn't like you could just point and click different icons like you can in point and click games today. You had to type in what you want to do. So you have to do open door, and that wouldn't work. You have to do closed door, whatever. It was just so frustrating.
This was before real user interfaces, but it had a decent text parser, and you could walk up to the different objects and interact with them via text.
Pick them up, talk to them.
Look at bush, grab sword, touch Pat.
Why is this getting sexual?
I don't know.
But if you don't know what the commands are, you're kind of screwed, and there's a lot of trial and error going on here.
Yeah, but that's what made the game so great, because I would spend hours trying to figure it out, and eventually I did.
The game is actually fairly large for a game of that time, with a lot of different locations.
It looks pretty good for an old game, but you walk so slow, it's ridiculous.
It's not scanned in or drawn or bitmapped images. Every freaking screen in that game is drawn with vectors. And if you've ever done any programming, that's nuts. You are basically telling where the line to start and where to stop, and you're drawing a castle and a garden.
One of my favorite memories of playing King's Quest is going from screen to screen. So you go one screen to the other, and on the computer I was running it on, the Apple II, I had to wait for the colors to fill in. You have to wait a couple of seconds for the color to fill in.
It was low on memory. It was less intensive on the memory restrictions than, say, using actual bitmap graphics.
King's Quest really started off not only a great series, but there's a lot of spin-off series, Space Quest, Police Quest, Laser Shoot Larry, of course, but Sierra did. And this is the one that really started off for them.
If Sierra before was this kind of, smaller software company, this is a game that blew Sierra up and basically established it as the adventure gaming company for the next, 15 years.
Correct.
So, Roberta Williams, our dear Roberta, thank you for bringing King's Quest into our lives. King's Quest 8, we'll forgive you for that one, but all the rest are good.